Hey team, it's Erin. I'm here to talk to you today about fear. And I wanted to relate it back to a topic that I spoke about this week in one of my posts around perfectionism. And I truly believe that perfectionism is a type of fear. We have a fear of not fitting in. We have a fear of being different. We have a fear of, looking bad in front of someone. I mean, fear is so present in the reality of perfectionism. And let me tell you a story here. I have been in fear my entire life. I've always been had a fear of getting sick. I've had a fear of losing someone. I've had a fear of, you know, getting up in front of people. I've had a fear of not being seen and not being heard. And most of all, I had a fear about being different. And the one thing that I should have feared the most was actually losing myself. And unfortunately, that train had rode along way before I had actually figured out what was going on. And for most of us, a lot of the times where we do start to realize that, we should live our lives a bit differently is when a shitty situation happens. So for me, during my divorce, it slapped me in my face and made me realize that fear was preventing me to be who I was, to make decisions that were good for me, because I was constantly sitting in fear about what is everyone else going to think about this? What is everyone else going to think if I leave this person? What are they going to think if I break off my marriage? What are people going to think if we get divorced? And I realized that it's all bullshit. And you shouldn't feel guilty or alone in that because everyone has that fear. And it was so true for me that I ended up completely neglecting who I was because I wanted to fit into this box. And I don't want any of you to have that happen to you. And I want to give you a little bit of insight into the 5 things that I learned about fear in my lifetime. And number 1 is that fear is an instinctual reaction that's trying to keep us safe. So my fear in my divorce was, and during my relationships, was, okay, well, I need to be this person so I don't lose them. Or I can't break up with this person because I don't want people to think that I can't have a relationship, or I'm not able to be loved. Or, well, you're in your 30s. Why are you getting a divorce? Why are you doing this? And my fear was preventing me from making that choice because it wanted to keep me safe. And what we really have to realize is that fear is keeping us safe, and that we need to nurture our inner selves to know and to be able to tell that fear differently. Like, actually, you know what? I got this. I'm good. I know what I need to do here. And start tuning into that fear and questioning it and being curious about why you think that way. And the second thing that I will say fear has taught me is that fear challenges us. And if we didn't have fear, then we wouldn't be getting anywhere in life. Fear challenges us to evolve, to grow spiritually, to grow physically. Think of all the challenges that you've had in your life that you've been so afraid for, running a marathon, or, going for that promotion at your job, or getting out of that really shitty relationship. But being on the other side of that and having that win for yourself and how that challenged you and made you better, I mean, it's our intuitive nature to evolve and to grow. It is why we're humans. If we always had a perfect life, nothing would ever be interesting. You'd actually hate your life, to be quite honest. And it would be so boring and intoxicating. So really start to realize that fear is helping you grow. It's challenging you and it's pushing you forward. And one of the other fears that I learned, number 3, is that fear is inherited. So I come from a long line of anxiety and stress and worries, and just being able to know that is what I'm feeling, and I know that's a part of my history. Being curious and learning more about anxiety and OCD and why I have these feelings toward my relationships or myself or whatnot, it allowed me to gain a better history of not only my family, but it better made me learn who I was. And I think it's so important for you to do that, to be able to explore your feelings, why you're feeling that way, share them with others, and they might relate, especially to those in your family. And number 4 is fear is learned. So whatever you see on TV, whatever you learn about within your family, whatever you learn about with your friends, fear is learned. So you may learn that, you know what, I can't date that guy because he's bad because he smokes or whatnot. He gets really bad grades or he has a bad job or whatnot. And you learn these different things and these characteristics and these prejudices and these perspectives from throughout your life, from your family, from your friends, but all of these are learned, which means they can be unlearned. You can learn differently. You can make choices that, are good for you because you learned differently. You learned what was right for you. And, maybe what is right for someone else is definitely not right for you. And if you're able to learn that and learn what's right for you, your life is going to change. And last but not least, this was a huge realization that fear is a choice. Fear is a choice. Now, let me say that again. Fear is a choice. When we sit in fear, when we are encountered by fear, we can either, be scared, lay down, play dead, and not fight back, and choose to, take on the challenges and kind of let the shittiness happen. Or you can challenge that. You can challenge fear back. And you can choose differently. You can choose to be excited instead of having fear. You can choose to see this as a lesson. You can choose that fear is helping you bring out more of your story, more of your heroine, more of your adventure. Because if you choose to change your mindset and reframe the fear that's in your life and that you're experiencing, you might get something different. And I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be more positive than the negativity you are creating within yourself and within your life. So I hope these tips around fear and my experiences and my learnings have hopefully resonated with you in some way. And if you want to leave a comment, I'd love to hear it. And just remember that fear is not necessarily an enemy. I truly believe that fear is an ally.